Are you on TikTok? Do you have a favorite dance that you do on there? Or
No.
that's an interesting answer then.
Well, guys, welcome back to the show. We took a little bit of a hiatus, a
Mhm.
siesta out of solidarity with the Actors Guild
Oh
strike.
yeah, yeah, right
Um,
on.
yeah, well, it's not. Don't make it a racial thing.
No, it wasn't a racial thing. That's solidarity, right? You can't see my fist right there, but it's like
I, guys, we're back.
the show doesn't have writers, but if we had them, we would have conceded to all their demands,
No,
of
I don't. I
course.
don't need you telling these guys, what goes on behind the scenes here.
Well, I think they can figure out that, there's.
Look, guys, you need to ignore all that.
Mhm.
With this guy, this frankly a peon, industry in the company. Derek's not even
No,
privy to the
I don't
information.
really understand how the show gets made there, so you can't really trust what I say.
And frankly disrespectful to the SAG actors
Hmm.
that you're kind of insinuating that this show doesn't need, writers and
I think
actors.
it does. It just doesn't have them is the problem there. I'm not saying it doesn't need them.
Um, but it's good to be back. We
Mhm.
we came those greedy executives came to the table,
Oh yeah, finally.
and we said, look, we have the hottest communist branded podcast
Hmm.
on the block, and you need to cough up some money for us, so we can exploit people too.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, you think we want to make this a communist show?
for too long have you gone around not giving us the means of
Hmm.
production, and I haven't been able to exploit workers other than Bert
No.
and Derek, because of how little means of resources I've been given.
Yeah.
And it's very so we're back now, and I'm here to tell you we got a big episode for you guys
Hmm.
today. And
It's gonna be great though.
yeah, and I know it's a lot of we make a lot of jokes here on the show, and unfortunately, guys, I gotta start off the show with some pretty serious news here. I
Oh.
This weekend, as many of you may have seen on Snapchat, I saw the new Nun movie in theaters today, and unfortunately, I've got some pretty hard
Well,
words
that
for.
actually reminds me, we have a very, very special guest tonight. I know everyone at home is going to be really excited about this. We have the Nun from the Nun 2 is going to be stopping by
Are you?
to the show for a very special, exclusive
No, 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 no.
interview. No, no, no,
No,
no.
I hope that's a mean prank you're playing here,
No, it's
because
not a prank at all.
first of all, you
No,
interrupt.
I talked to her on the phone. I said, well, like, would you be able to come on the show? And she said, yes, of course. Like, I love the show. I'm a big fan.
That's well, if you first of all you interrupted me making an important
I'm
podcast
sorry
announcement,
about that.
and well, you're about to be real sorry, because I'm hereby announcing the podcast letter of intent. We're taking legal action against the Nun
Oh no, no,
and
no,
Warner Brothers.
no.
Uh,
I don't sanction that. No, the Don is a friend of the show and will be on the show later.
I'm
We're
I'm here to say the
we
Nun movie is too scary, and it was too loud. It hurt my ears in the theater, and I know I don't want to be crass, but I shit my pants a
well,
little
I mean,
bit with all
everybody.
those jump scares that were in that movie.
I mean, it happens in movies, and no, but I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to continue to say things about what is not only a guest of the show, but a very close friend of mine,
I pooped my
the
pants in the
nun.
movies, and now AMC Theater is talking a bunch of. I owe them $2,000 for new leather seats, reclining
Oh,
seats. I hate to start the show off so negative like that,
well,
but
no, it's a shame though. But I was really excited to tell you about this guest because I knew what a big fan you were of the first Nun movie. But
uh,
I'm shocked and stunned
mhm.
by this whole development. I've seen two good friends, at each other's throats all over this, frankly, just B-list movie.
I saw it and I thought it was I thought it was one of the greatest movies of this generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you
it's
like loud jump
mhm.
scares,
Like the movie was too scary. That was it. It's a horror movie, man. Like
do we have any other business before we have your friendship betrayal ceremony that you're planning on? Is there any other business on the docket that we can just
I,
anything else to get my mind off of this fucking bullshit?
I don't know. Bert,
Well, there was a great loss to the Senate this last week.
oh,
Well, folks, as we all know, Dianne Feinstein, um,
Yeah,
she fucking, I don't know, she's like or
you're
something.
really gonna make a joke about that, man? Like she just died. It's not. I mean, you talk.
Derek, she was the one who crafted the assault rifle ban. All right,
Okay.
so show some respect. All right.
All right. Yeah. No, I am showing respect. Like he's the one, like making jokes about somebody
Yeah.
dying.
I think that's the problem, Derek. You don't show any respect
Yeah,
for anybody.
it's not.
Man, what were we gonna talk about? Any Bobo updates?
I think so.
Well,
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's like it's sad that we have to announce this, but she did say that her and her boyfriend have broken up since then,
Mm-hmm.
and she said she learned her lesson about dating Democrats. Because apparently that guy, he has a bar that allows drag shows at it. You heard about that?
No, it didn't.
Okay. I mean, that's like it's old news at this point, but yeah, he's like that.
Oh,
That's
do you think that's how they met?
oh,
Got her ass.
nice.
You hear that? Hear that, Toots? You're a dog.
I don't know. I mean, she's not bad looking.
Yeah, that's a joke. She
I
is
mean-
fucking a smoke show. She's
I mean,
fucking
especially
hot.
as far as grandmas go, I don't want to sound like a pig or anything, you know, but
All right, we're gonna censor that.
yeah.
That
I'm not saying anything gross, and just she's like of all the problems I have with her, you know, like
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everything's blending together at this point, news-wise.
yeah.
I think so. I think something did. Like I think like a helicopter crashed and like 5 rich people died or something like that. But
That sounds familiar. I could have sworn I heard about that too.
yeah, I think the pilot was drunk again. And they were like vacationing in Puerto Rico, and like this fucking guy had too many coconut rums or whatever it is, too many pina coladas.
Yeah.
Fucking crashed his helicopter with these rich people on board.
Fuck yeah, dude. What a legend. That's how I want to go to. Like drunkenly crashing a plane full of billionaires.
Yeah, hell yeah. Don't worry, Mr. at you.
I might have to censor
yeah,
some
I
of that.
don't know if that's
You got chill the fuck out, man. Have another shot. Like I'll get us there. Don't worry about it. Yeah, dude, the best last words ever.
Yeah. No, if you want to be a real communist, Derek, you can't just pick up the chisel. You also have to
I
pick
don't
up the
want to be a
hammer.
real communist. I want to be a fake communist. You know?
You want to be a champagne communist?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to be a champagne communist. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
dude.
no, it sounds awesome. It's like they talk about them on Fox News. It's like they sound cool as hell. Like they just go to like fancy parties and like they buy a bunch of expensive shit. You know, they
Hell
can't
yeah,
afford, but they buy it anyway.
Yeah, buying my avocado toast with my EBT card.
I
And,
don't know where that's going.
yeah, there.
That's
That's pretty bad. All that's terrible, terrible stuff. Well, I had a segment planned. But does anybody have any other business to address before we go to the Josh's segment?
Yeah, Derek is pregnant.
Is that really what you wanted to say?
I guess, dude. I don't fucking know. What do you want to? What's up? What do you want?
I thought of a pretty cool idea for a new show here, a game show on the podcast.
Oh boy.
Hosted by me, Josh, and it's called Guess What?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. Well,
Am I guessing here?
so the game is it's going to be you, and this is why we needed Bert on the show today. It's
Mhm.
2 people.
Yeah. You need contestants there.
Contestants, and basically it's like we're copying like Jeopardy, I guess. And it's basically like you have to guess what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I'll give you one shitty hint, and then that's kind of it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'm on board. Let's do it.
All right, Bert. Did you hear how I laid the game out?
Yeah, I got you. Let's do it. I'm gonna win.
All right.
All I do is win.
All right, folks. Here it is. I'm your host, Regis Spilman. It's me. I'm here on Guess What, and we're gonna play the fucking game. Here it is. The first question.
Casey Anthony. Or sorry, who is Casey Anthony? If it's Jeopardy, like whatever.
Yeah, that's it. You won.
Okay.
It was Casey Anthony. Great job.
You talk about her a lot on here, so
what's your name? Who's our contestant here? Who are you, pal?
This is Derek, and I'm
Derek.
I'm from Cut and Shoot, Texas.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds like a place I'd like to go.
Oh yeah, it's great there. It's a tourist destination.
All right, and let's meet our other contestant here on the Regis Spilman's Guess What show. Who's the other guy we've got here?
Hi, my name is Jim.
Jim.
Carey.
What's your last name?
Carey.
Jim Carey.
Oh, wow.
That's a
what a show here.
Got a big show. He's a famous guy. He's on the. I know. I've got a good. The next question. This movie, it's got James Carey in it.
Oh, it was called The Task.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I think that too. It's that movie. He had like something he was doing.
He had something to do that day. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he had to find something, and it was a task.
Now let me get this straight. You're both saying it was The Task, which is not a movie.
or I think The Task 2 with the dog.
Yeah, the son of the task.
Yeah, the son of the task.
Well, you're both wrong. It was The Mask. It was The Mask with Jim Carrey in it. It's a real movie. It's not a fake one. You're both wrong. Congratulations, you dumb.
You can't win them all.
You dumb fucking motherfuckers.
I think you're wrong.
You dumb
fucking
wrong,
Mr. Jim Parsons.
You're dumb as shit. You're fucking stupid, and you're never gonna fucking be successful in your life. You can't even fucking answer a stupid fucking question on a fake show. You dumb motherfucker.
I mean, I could have sworn the movie was called The Task.
I was pretty sure too. Like he wears post-it notes on his face to remind himself of the things he has to do that day.
Yeah, like when he becomes Task Man in there.
All right.
Exactly.
No. We're talking too much. It's time for the next question. This American hero had a movie made about him, and I think he's a cool guy, and I'd like to be his friend.
Oh, I got it. Can I hit the buzzer?
Go ahead. You named it. Name him.
Is it it's world-renowned shittiest sniper to ever exist, Chris Kyle, the fucking traitor? Is that who it was?
My friend, you've won. You just won the round of the show. It was Chris Kyle. You're a genius. You're a real cool guy, and you're super smart. You're a fucking smart guy, genius.
We got a statue of him in town over here in the Fort Hood area where you like throw tomatoes at him.
We're gonna make a statue of you because you're correct. You got it right. Okay, we'll let
That's just fuckboy Chris Kyle for the win.
Oh man, I don't know if we can. He's a friend of the show right there. We don't talk that way about Chris Kyle.
I'm so glad that guy is dead. I don't know why y'all bring him up so much, man.
And Derek, why don't you tell me why you got the question wrong? Why did you miss such an easy question?
I don't know, man. I guess I'm just thinking about how great this interview with the nun is gonna be.
That sounds fucking stupid. I don't know who that is, but it sounds fucking stupid. And this fucking guy I'm thinking of, he's a doctor. He did so many cool things that they fucking put him in prison. See, he was so cool. TV doctor. What am I guess what I'm thinking of? Who I'm thinking of? The guy.
Was it that Neil Patrick Harris show where he's a kid doctor? That one? Oh.
Lord.
Is it Dr. Kevorkian?
No, you're both wrong. You're both fucking... You're never gonna fucking amount to anything. You can't fucking guess real easy shit. It's so simple.
Who are you thinking of?
One more time. Both of you get a final round. What's who am I thinking of?
So it's a doctor who went to prison and then he got out, and he was a
TV doctor. He was a doctor on TV. In real life,
Dr. Oz.
Real life, he's not a real doctor.
Is it Dr. Phil?
Yeah, Dr. Oz. Yeah.
I mean, I think Dr. Phil should be in prison. Does that count?
No, it doesn't count. You're both wrong. The answer was Bill Cosby. It was Bill Cosby.
I forgot he was a doctor on that show.
He was Dr. Huxtable.
So, like, what kind of doctor was he on there? Like, was he like a psychiatrist or something?
I think he was a pediatrician.
Was a doctor.
Well, we know that. But
he was a master. Well, doctors. A doctor is over master.
A Quaalude specialist.
He prescribed. But you're both fucking wrong.
No, I completely forgot. Like, they never showed him doing any like doctor stuff. Like, was there ever an episode where he had to, like, he was like with a patient? He
wore a doctor's apron over that fucking.
Yeah,
sweater,
he just like showed up as like, oh wow, that was a hard day at the doctor's office or something.
Yeah, I thought he worked at a pudding factory. I thought that was his job.
Well, you both missed it. That means we've got to go to sudden death 2, the last sudden death. Unless you get that one wrong too, then we'll go to the fucking third one.
The most sudden death.
The suddenest death. Okay, well, now I forgot who the fuck I was thinking of. Now I gotta play guess what.
Oh yeah, we gotta guess who you forgot about.
Guess who I forgot. Go ahead. Who was I thinking of?
Danny DeVito.
What do you think? Who is it?
Let's see, that is that chick from that show Bones, you know that Zoe Deschanel's sister.
Now I'm thinking of that.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of that, but goddamn.
There you go.
Goddamn, son. You got old Stone Cold here, hornier as fuck, thinking about bones. I got a real bone for you.
God, that was awful. I wasn't even trying to go that route with it. I was just.
Why don't you come on down to the ring and suck old Stone Cold off?
Don't say that.
How about Bone Cold Steve Austin?
Emily Deschanel, that was her name.
I don't know what to fucking do. We're trying to.
Oh, come on, man. You're supposed to know this. I just think.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
No, it's real people.
Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Not fake people. Like, did anyone ever actually like see Lee Harvey Oswald?
I never met him.
No, I don't know.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh, I know.
Hey Derek, do you want to just like tie?
Yeah, I think we can call this one a draw. Right
Wait a minute. This is the last fucking question.
Okay.
So this guy, didn't have any. His fucking legs didn't work, and he was fucking, he was like fucking or something. But he was really smart. He cheated on his wife.
Was it
Stephen Hawking, right?
Yeah. You're talking about the guy with the robot voice, right?
That was who it was.
Okay.
Jim Carrey. Goddamn, son, Jim Carrey, you're the smartest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. You guessed.
That'd be a movie, right? If Jim Carrey plays Stephen Hawking in a biopic.
Now that's the task right there. You know,
Yeah.
cheat on your wife without it when your dick doesn't work. That's a real
Well, I'm
task.
a Jim Carrey. I'm not the Jim Carrey. You know,
Alright,
like
yes.
there's more of us. Yeah.
Well, goddamn, you just won. Fucking guess what? I mean, that's impressive, son. Goddamn.
What do I win?
I don't know, guys. So that's the new segment. Guess
Yeah.
what?
I love it.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
great,
good.
Great segment.
It's a great show, and
There's no money. I keep all the money.
Mhm. No, yeah, it's like we already spent all the money on the show, so there's no
There-
more. There's no more money.
You don't get any money. I keep all the money.
God damn, dude. Definitely my favorite character, even though it really shouldn't be a character at all.
The prize was candy, but I ate the candy, so that there's no prize this time.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Well, no, I like thinking that they've got money instead. You know, like the manager or the owner of the show. You know,
Oh, yeah.
no, that's mine.
You have to talk to him about that, but it's like getting blood out of a stone. That producer.
You said the prize was McDonald's, but I ate the McDonald's already. I ate it.
No, yeah, we had a bunch of it, but you know.
Sorry, maybe next time
Yeah.
if you can stump the game for geniuses. Guess what?
Yeah.
It's the ultimate game for the 200 IQ geniuses.
Oh, definitely. That's why I couldn't do it there.
The ultimate triathlon of intellect.
All right. Well, does anybody have any other business to conduct on the show before we wrap up?
Well, I mean, I do have our like super extra exclusive interview with the nun from the Nun 2. That. Well, what do you want me to do? Just call her up and tell her to go away? Like she's already in the studio here. We've got her in the green room. You want to be the one to go down there and tell her like, you know, sorry, we can't have you on the show because our host was too scared from your movie. Like, fine.
I'm gonna be at the McDonald's off of 45. If anyone wants to come by and say hi, I'm gonna be there using the Wi-Fi. And if anyone wants to contribute to the legal defense fund against the nun and her litigious, team, please come by. But yeah, don't watch any more of this bullshit show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and as you can see, we have a very special guest in the studio tonight. The Nun from The Nun 2 is here to talk about their new movie. It's The Nun 2. It's in theaters now. Yeah, great to have you, The Nun. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, what's your favorite horror movie?
I don't really like movies.
Oh, that sounds great right there. I don't know if you've been online. There's this new thing called TikTok. I haven't been on it, but apparently there's the kids love it. They do dances on it, and like do you have any? Are you on TikTok? Do you have a favorite dance that you do on there, or?
No.
Well, that's an interesting answer there. Now, all of us here at the show, like if you watch the show, you know this. We're huge Cardi B fans. Do you have a favorite Cardi B song that you like to sing in the shower, or maybe sing on the way to work? That just really gets you pumped for the day.
No. I don't know if you picked it up earlier, but I'm racist, so I don't really listen to rap music, and so I guess the answer would just be no. I guess the short answer is no.
Okay, well, I just have one more question here, and then I'm afraid we're all out of time. But what do you do? What do you like to do to unwind at the end of the day?
I really enjoyed the show 90 Day Fiancé. I watched a lot of 90 Day Fiancé. That's a show that I like, and I think it's super funny, and I'm addicted. I'm addicted to it, so that's my guilty pleasure.
Well, folks, I'm afraid we're all out of time here, but this has been The Nun, and The Nun 2. It's in theaters now. Go see it. It's a very good movie.
Hey, none.
Who's that?
Fuck you.
What? Who's saying that? Don't
Fuck
say
you,
that.
none.
Okay, well, whoever that was, great contribution to the show. I'm sure. I'm sure that's gonna be great. Thank you.
That's just some nobody that calls into the show. You don't need to worry about him. He's just
Yeah, he sounds like a little bitch boy.
Get on. Get out of here.
Hey,
Leave.
why don't you shut the fuck up, huh? Huh? You think you're a big man? Huh? Think you got a big dick or something? Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought, bitch. Fucking little pussy boy. Hello? Hello? Okay, well, I gotta go. Alright, see you later, guys.
real roller coaster there. but
Roller coaster
we
of
got
emotion.
we got through it. Thanks for bearing with us there.
I wonder if any of that's usable.
I don't know. it was pretty fucking awful. That's what I was saying. Like, let it be a test run. If this doesn't work, if you edit it as good as you can and it still sucks, like we'll just go back to the old format of just like bullshitting and then Dilbert at the end. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you mean that was serious?
Yeah,
We weren't bullshitting.
Well, you know what I mean. Like that was planned, sort of.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not very well, but it was planned.
All right, guys. Well, we're in the last home stretch of the episode here. We're gonna read the Dilbert review for you. I think we missed it the last couple episodes. We got a little distracted. I think I don't even remember if we did it, but so here it is. And once again, Scott Adams has blessed us with a Saturday Sunday double episode. So maybe I think out of respect for the SAG strike, I think Scott Adams is
Yeah, I think he's a big supporter of that right now.
I think Scott Adams is symbolizing his solidarity with the workers by doing a Saturday Sunday one episode. So in this one, Dilbert and his boss are talking, and Dilbert says to his boss, he says, "Did you approve my budget request?" And his boss goes, "No, you used the old form." I see where this one's going already. And then, because the budget request is going to be for new forms, I bet. And Dilbert says, "Do we have new forms?" And then Dilbert's boss says, "In hindsight, we should have funded the creation of new budget request forms before we made the old ones obsolete."
Oh. Ha ha ha. Got us again there.
That's so bad.
I don't know. I'm laughing just thinking about that.
It's
I
such like
should've.
it's such like a long like exposition for the joke at the end. It's like we got what the joke was by like the second panel, but he still has like a half paragraph like
But okay, like he's
exposition.
like maybe I'm stupid, but he said you used the old form, implying that there's a new form. Like if they
Yeah.
never approved new forms, then the one that he has is the current form, right?
Yeah, but like the way that he writes jokes, like and you can kind of tell
Yeah, I
like
guess.
like did you approve my budget request? No, you used the old form. It's like it, it's like
Again, implying that there's a new form out there.
yeah, and it's like oh well if you know how cheap Dilbert's boss is, like he
Mhm.
probably didn't like approve the budget for the forms that they even need for the budget to begin with because he's so cheap. It's like it's like the I'm so cheap I can't afford
Yeah.
to pay attention kind of joke. It's
Classic right there.
yeah, it's kind of like that except just better, I guess.
Mhm.
Uh
Well, we've all had trouble just trying to get those right forms there. Yeah. Typical bloated government bureaucracy
mm,
gets in the way when
yeah.
I'm just trying to like exercise my rights as a police officer, and I got to
Mm,
fill out all these forms
mm.
about
Yeah, Scott Adams really taking it to
like why blah blah
these
blah.
bloated fat cats. You know. Should we do a
Bureaucrats.
classic? A
Yeah,
Dilbert
yeah.
classic.
If you got the
Okay.
classic book,
Keep it right here so I don't even have to
Mhm.
get up. All right, we're gonna conclude here with the Dilbert classic, and then
Oh yeah.
we'll call it a day. Let's see this. I think we started going in like alphabetical order, right?
Yeah, I think we did one from like the first page.
Okay.
You can just flip to any of them. They're not.
Yeah, but like I don't want to flip to a random one and then accidentally like flip to it again the next time. Here we
I mean, they
go.
all run together. It's not like we'd even be able to tell.
Yeah. I mean, they're all so great that
Yeah,
like
yeah. Again, like the quality of them, it's just like I can't even pick which one's my
yeah.
favorite because they all are.
I mean, I read the Dilberts back to myself,
Hmm.
after you leave because they're so funny. So, I
Yeah.
would be able to tell, but um, let's see. In this one, Dilbert's talking to his boss, and he says, his boss says to Dilbert, he says, my laptop computer is locked up. Can you help? And then Dilbert says, remember, you have to hold it upside down and shake it to reboot. And his boss says, "Oh, that's right." And then um, Dilbert's friend Wally, he says to Dilbert, uh, "I wonder if he'll ever realize we gave him an etch a sketch."
Oh.
That you see, that's a lot better than the calendar one, though.
Yeah,
At least that's
no.
kind of a joke.
So yeah, no. That's, Well, I think I've heard that somewhere. They're like I feel like that's from like a movie or something.
Mm.
Or
Well,
I think like they've done that. This might have been done after that comic, but there was some movie I watched, and like some parent is like they told their kid an iPad was an Etch a Sketch was an iPad.
yeah, I mean the joke is so like contrived. I'm sure, like many things, like hacky comedians do. Like the
Yeah,
joke had already been.
goes through several iterations there.
Despite everything we just said, guys, what a great set of Dilberts we read.
Hmm.
Ones for the ages, I think.
Absolutely, right there.
Some of the uh, Dilbert comics of all time.
Yeah, they're definitely Dilbert ones for sure.
Mm,
And those are the best ones,
yeah,
as we
they
all know.
definitely had Dilbert in them.
No, he's
He was in them. Well, Bert, before we sign off, you got any notes, any special announcements?
No, nothing I can think of.
No. Okay, well,
mm,
I thought this
that's
was
fine.
a pretty good episode.
I don't know. This is the worst episode we've done so far. Definitely the worst.
I mean, there's the one where I ate like a Quiznos sandwich.
That's like one of the best ones ever.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite one so far.
hmm And cool man eats a sandwich,
I
1080p.
don't know why that doesn't have like 500 million views already.
Yeah.
The sandwich episodes.
We're being
fucking
shadow
class.
banned by a
Yeah, they don't
Zark fucker nerd. I'm Barack Obama, and I'm gay.
Man, is that supposed to be Obama? I can't. I
This
can't
man
really
just
do
hung
one.
up on me. I'm Barack Obama, and
I'm Barack Obama.
Let me be clear.
And yes, let me be clear. I'm gay.
Let me be gay.
I've been gay. My wife Michelle, she's a man. That's
Yeah. Let me.
kind of how he talks right there.
You know what I do is I do the Rock voice. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm the Rock. Why don't you come down to the Rock's ring and suck me off?
Okay.
And now I'm Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah, I'll have to work on my Obama. It's not very good right now. Like his like cadence is easy to do, but like the actual tone of his voice is, I think, a little bit harder to.
Goddamn, son, I'm Stone Cold Obama. I'm gay.
Stone Cold Steve Obama.
Stone Cold Steve Obama.
I drank a couple of Steve Weisers in my limousine, and now I'm ready to suck off with some guys. Goddamn, son.
I don't understand their obsession with like the most boring president in the world. Like that guy being like nobody's gonna remember him, like being sandwiched between George W. Bush and Donald Trump, like two of the funniest presidents of all time.
Well, he was the first black president.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, like people are gonna remember that, but I'm talking about him as a person. Like,
Yeah.
what do people remember that he did?
He wore a tan suit and put
I remember
Dijon mustard on
that
it.
scandal right there. Like if you watched that shit, like you'd think he was like the most interesting guy ever with all those like conspiracies. But
Yeah.
I remember like that's when I stopped watching The Daily Show because it started to suck.
Yeah, it was like the hallmark of like this like coalescence of neoliberalism that was starting to happen.
Well, I mean, I still think Jon Stewart's funny. It's just like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like,
everything was getting watered down and homogenized. I don't want to say it was like a new wave of like political correctness.
Yeah, like I guess kind of.
It was like starting to form there, and like I think the casualty was like the old forms of like comedy, like rated R like raunchy comedies were like a casualty, and like I guess like satirical like Comedy Central humor was also like on the chopping block too.
Yeah, I don't like to be like one of those people that rails about political correctness because I don't think it's like inherently a bad thing. But I was noticing like if you notice like kids cartoons got like a lot less raunchy after that too.
Oh,
like
totally.
I don't want to say it was directly it was like Obama like passed a bill that said they all had to be PC, but like like
it was like a zeitgeist kind of like cultural.
Yeah, like
change.
after that, like, and I'm talking about cartoons for kids, not stuff like Family Guy. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
sure.
like after that, they all became like the characters in them were all like generally tried to do the right thing.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why like I think South Park's a good reflection of that too, because like I think like it kind of forced like a new sort of like I guess like meta awareness of like the show, and they kind of pivoted the show away from being kind of like more just explicitly like offensive and irreverent to kind of being like, oh, we're meta offensive and irreverent.
Oh yeah, we've been doing this as it's a political statement.
Yeah, this is a political statement. It's actually an analogy, and I think like that. I think that was like a good. I think South Park's like a good kind of representation of where like culturally comedy kind of is in relation to politics and like social social like movements. And
I've never like been the biggest South Park fan.
I don't think they're not intentionally doing it. I think they're like reactive to like society.
I think every now and then like they hit the nail on the head, but seems like, especially recently, they've had a lot more like misses than hits.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's just my personal
Well,
preference.
I think at
but-
some point they're going to become like, well, I mean, at some point they became like so wealthy that like, you know, they can't possibly be representative of
Mhm.
society anymore because like they've like transcended like society. You know, they're so wealthy that they're not part of it anymore.
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, same thing with pretty much anyone that has a show. You could make that argument for like
Yeah.
once you have a successful show, like obviously, like it's not.
Yeah. Well, it's
not
like
the
once you have
same.
like writers that are poor and they like
Mhm.
you know are writing from like social biases or
Mhm.
experiences, but at some point, yeah, you kind of get like removed from that or watched of it
Mhm.
with like wealth,
Yeah, it's hard.
which
for
is
them to...
what I hope happens, you know, to
Yeah, no,
this show.
that's the goal right there.
Yeah, you know, one day, guys, we're gonna be like, you know, in our mansions, kind of like using AR to bullshit this show to you, and you know, I'll be like, what's the deal with the $1 million bills in my wallet?
Yeah.
Why are there so many of them in there? Am I right,
Mhm.
guys? And then no one's gonna laugh, and I'll be like, you guys are fucking snowflakes.
Mhm.
God damn it. And then I'm gonna call up Scott Adams, and I'm gonna be like, can you believe these fucking boop? And then he's gonna be like, yes,
Yeah.
we're friends.
Like I don't even know if it was inherently like going back to what I was talking about earlier with like the kids shows and stuff. Like it might have been more parents where that's what they were demanding for their kids. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I remember like it was like Christian parents at first that were really like the ones that were like social justice warriors
Mhm.
in like the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
It was like all of that outrage was coming from like the fucking conservative mom
Mhm.
like community. And then like I think something just flipped. Like now it's like flipping back. Like I think there was like a big social justice kind of movement in like the 2010s, and like now it's like the Christian moms are coming back and being like, there's too much social justice in the cartoons that my kids are watching, or
Well,
there's a trans person in this book and we need to throw the book in the fire or
I
whatever.
mean it could be kind of funny if they came out with a show that pandered to both crowds, you know, like the ultra PC liberals and like the you know the like Christian fascist people, like just make the most boring show ever, like
Yeah.
just the most nothing piece of shit, and say here you go,
Yeah.
like here's your show that you wanted.
Yeah, no one's offended now. The
Yeah.
child has
And then that's where we got the idea for this show, right?
Here's a
here.
family. They have such an ambiguous religion that you can't even tell if they're Muslim or Christian, and like you know what? And the show takes place like in the dark, so you can't even tell what race they are or gender.
No.
And all the bathrooms are blurred. We blurred out the family completely, so like you can't tell what race they are or what gender.
Yeah.
And every time they go into a bathroom, we censor like the gender of the bathroom on the door. We just put a black bar over it, so you can't tell what
Yeah.
bathroom they're going into.
I was just thinking about like shows that I liked when I was a kid. Like I liked that show Cat Dog, and I was just thinking like that show wouldn't be made today, but there was nothing inherently offensive about Cat Dog.
Mhm.
It's just that the dog was stupid and the cat was kind of a dick.
Well, it implies that you know, God didn't create cat dog or whatever.
I guess not. Like,
Yeah, because that wasn't in the
Or-
Bible. That
or
cat
that like
dog.
he's a trans animal or something.
Mm,
You
yeah,
know?
trans species.
Yeah, something like
Hermaphrodite.
that's not right.
Well, he had no genitalia. Cat dog.
Yeah, that doesn't agree with my God, right?
Its
there.
its genitalia was another animal and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, part of it was like, yeah, I know I'm an adult. Like kids cartoons aren't made for me, but like those shows just seem so goddamn boring. Like,
you remember that Family Guy joke where he's like, "Holy crap! You remember Cat Dog? Where does the poop go?"
oh yeah.
He's like drunk and he's like, "Where does the poop
That was
go?"
like the only time I ever heard Cat Dog like referenced outside of like, you know, anything. Anything to do.
He sings the Cat Dog.
Yeah.
So, Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
That was a banger song.
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
That show honestly should have been. Like, I remember at the time it was like it just did okay on Nickel. Like it was kind of overshadowed by
Cat
like
Dog.
SpongeBob and Rocket Power were kind of like the big ones.
Well, it was an ugly show.
That's why I liked it.
It was ugly.
It was a very bleak depiction of society.
Well, I mean, I liked the show because like my whole life was ugly like that. So like,
Yeah,
you know,
there's like one episode where they build a highway like over their house, you know.
yeah,
Their house, it was like a giant like plastic fish and a bone just crammed together.
yeah.
But then like when you went inside, it was like a normal house.
Yeah, it's like SpongeBob's house. So it's a
Yeah.
pineapple, but then
Yeah,
it's like,
but then he has like corners in his walls. Like that doesn't make any sense. I never noticed that when I was a kid. Like the dimensions in his house don't line
the
up.
architectural like inconsistency.
Yeah.
It's very postmodern. I think that's kind of like where it all started. Like they started introducing postmodernism into the architecture of the house, and you know.
Well, those backgrounds then, like, you know, they were always like super detailed and shit. You know, those backgrounds in SpongeBob. Like,
Yeah, I like when they do the
really,
close-ups of like people's faces, and they're all like hyper real and fucked up.
I think they got that from Ren and Stimpy, though.
Yeah,
that's something that they
It's
kind
the
of carried over.
originator.
Yeah.
Did you I forgot what point I was gonna make, but it was like Seth MacFarlane. He was friends with like all of the old like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network like show creators, like pretty much everyone who went on to make like a successful show in the 2000s worked on some shit with Seth MacFarlane, like in
Yeah, he worked on Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like, I'm pretty like
that's probably why he like remembered Cat Dog, is
Yeah.
because he probably is friends with the motherfuckers.
I think he was the one that wrote that Date with an Antelope episode of Johnny Bravo. That was like my favorite Johnny Bravo episode. You know? The one where he goes on a date with an antelope.
I don't remember that one.
But it's like, again, you know, you can't do that now. Somebody,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
somebody out there has a problem with that.
Well, all of Johnny Bravo was him like sexually harassing women.
Yeah, no, but it was like he wasn't self-aware, but the show itself was self-aware. It's like the women.
He'd get pepper sprayed like every episode.
Yeah, like the women didn't fall for his like.
Yeah, he never
his
got
fucking
pussy.
shtick. Yeah.
That's the saddest part. You know, Johnny Bravo never got pussy. I would watch the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like I just think it's okay to have a character who's like a piece of shit, who's like not a positive like role model, you know? It's like it's a fucking cartoon, you know? You're not supposed to like look at the cartoon character and say like that's how you should live your life, right? Like, I want to be a cat dog when I'm like no, or I want to be Johnny Bravo. Like it's not like you should have more parenting. Like
you mean they don't have enough like MAGA representation in kid shows?
I'm sure there's somebody out there that thinks there should be more of that, but
PragerU, you know, if you
have
any ideas.
Honestly, if they made like a MAGA show that was like intended to target kids, it would be like the most unintentionally funny thing that ever existed.
I mean, there's the PragerU has like a whole series of animated like shows for children.
I heard about that. I heard they're also like supposed to be doing like the Texas Board of Education approved them as like teaching materials for elementary school kids. Which is an
oxymoron.
Yeah, I know, but like those, like, could you imagine how funny that is?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, they've already released some of it, and it's like slave apologism. Like, that's basically what it is. It's like now remember, like they introduced like Frederick Douglass as like a character on the show, and then they have like the narrator come in. He's like, now remember, children, this was a different time, and like culturally things were different. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like,
I'm pretty sure when Frederick Douglass was around, a lot of the other like Western world had already gotten rid of slavery. So
I mean, tell that to PragerU.
Yeah, and like they want you to believe, well, that's just what people did. And it's like, well, that's what we did here.
Yeah. This was actually beneficial for America.
And this was back when I was like in school, and like things weren't as bad in Texas as they are now. But like even back then, like they had a line saying like some slaves were treated well, and some black people even owned slaves. But I think the only black man that ever owned slaves, like that happened like before the American
was Andrew Jackson.
Oh yeah, no. I think I don't. I feel like I should, if I'm going to talk about this, I should probably know more. I think it was like before the American Revolution, so it was still Britain.
Yeah.
And back then they weren't slaves; they were like indentured servants or some crap like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, maybe if you watched more PragerU videos.
That's the problem. I'm not informed enough. I gotta watch more PragerU.
Yeah. How about a series called Playa You? Right? I don't know.
Yeah, man,
I don't
I
want to
think
finish that
that's
one.
something you should look into right there. You know, teach them kids how to.
How y'all doing? It's me, Dennis Playa, and I'm here to teach y'all how to get pussy.
Uh,
Now y'all may have done watched Johnny Bravo, right? But it's a little easier than that. Yeah, I don't know about that one. All right.
I couldn't imagine any parents being like, just get it into schools already.
You're talking about Playa You?
Yeah, play a you. I love it. I'd send my
Yeah.
kids there if I could, if I had any.
All right, children. I'm gonna see y'all later. Y'all watch y'all's Mickey Mouse now. I hope y'all learned a lot from whatever I just made y'all watch.
Mhm.
All right, well, guys, another flawless
Great.
Dilbert review episode. All right, well,
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it right now.
yeah, real good stuff. All right, guys, see you later.